She's an author, motivator, inspiration, speaker. She's a inspiration, motivation, encouragement, empowerment, inspiration, a little bit of motivation. See, it's thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to On Fire to Inspire. I am your host, Aaliyah, the Purpose Midwife. I want to thank you so much for joining me this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday evening. You could have been doing anything else, but you chose to spend it with us. And for that, we're totally, totally grateful. We do not take it for granted. So before we hop right on, I want y'all to do me two favors. I want y'all to hit your share button, tell a friend, and hit that share button again. Right? So as I'm thanking our sponsors, hit that share button so we can get some people on here and so they can be excited about the topic tonight. Our we are so excited to have our guest tonight. Carol is, when I tell y'all, she's an epitome of what a walking young person is walking in the purpose should be like. And that's why that topic is what it is tonight. Be the definition of success. Not about telling people what you do. Da, da, da. No, just be that. And that shows them what success is, right? All right, but before we hop in, right, we're going to thank our sponsors. So we thank Unscripted Radio with Daddy Roy, bringing you positive, encouraging, and uplifting commercial-free radio. And they have 24 hours a day radio. They have Latin commercial, Latin music through salsa, merengue. They have Caribbean, soul, funk, old school, R&B, disco, country, line dance, hip hop, techno, house music, and so much more. So y'all want to visit them at unscriptedradio.com, and they have the Wolf Hour with featured artist the Black Wolf of Romper Room Records, and they also have Jazz Night as well as Gospel Hour. So y'all check them out at unscriptedradio.com. Then we have the Brown Team. Now, when I tell y'all I love the Brown Team is a husband and wife team, and they have over 35 years of experience in the mortgage business. So they can help you with anything dealing with housing, from selling a home to investment properties to buying a home. They are the people to take great care of you. And you can find them at 404-843-2500. Again, in the Atlanta area, they can help you at 404-843-2500. Now, you don't have to reside in the Atlanta area because they can take care of you anywhere in Georgia. Again, that's the Brown Team with Cornelia and Bernard. They are a husband and wife team. They are with the Better Homes and Garden Metro Brokers, and they are a top seller, a repeat top selling team. So they know how to get it done. And it's not about a sale, it's about you as that personal relationship with you. And then we have mombizboss.org. Now, ladies, if you are an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, you want to join these ladies with mombizboss.org. Let me tell you why. You're building relationships with other entrepreneurs. They have great brunches to where they have great speakers, and you can learn from them. And then the opportunity to collaborate. So go look at mombizboss.org. That's mombizboss.org. We have uebdesigns.com. When I tell y'all uebdesigns.com take great care of me. These earrings are actually from UEB Designs. They have great, great accessories, whereas accessorizing is their favorite part of the outfit. And so we have all kinds. Y'all know all the time I'm wearing all kinds of different jewelry. And so all of my accessories tonight are coming from uebdesigns.com. And then finally, if y'all ain't got any of my books, coloring book or journals, y'all go out there and support www.onfiretoinspire.com. Well, y'all, I'm excited. This is the fun part. Again, did y'all hit that share button? Tell a friend to hit the share again. Okay. So we are going to bring our guest on, and I'm excited about bringing on Miss Carol Khanu. Welcome on Friday Inspire. How are you?
Hey, how are you? How are you? Thank you. Thank you for having me, by the way. I'm so delighted to be here. Thank
Thank you so much for joining us. So, Carol,
you.
I want you to introduce yourself because this is your first time being with us. So, I want you to introduce yourself to the On Fire to Inspire family.
Hello, everyone. Well, my name is Carol Khanu, also now known as Jolloff Bae. We'll talk about that later, but Jollof rice is pretty much it's a it's a West African dish, very popular West African dish, and I keep winning competitions with this dish. So I'm known as Jollof Bae now. But first of all, I am a child of God, first and foremost, and I'm a businesswoman. Now actually an author also. Um, I am 9 out of 10 children. Yes. Yes, I came from a huge,
What?
huge family. Yes, 9 out of 10. Pretty
Wow.
excited. Right. My parents are from West Africa, Sierra Leone, and Guinea, which is a third world country. So being in America, we're here to chase the American dream. Um, yeah, I'm all of that. I'm a student still because you never stop learning. So I'm just going by, trying to reach my highest potential. So I'm very, very excited to meet everyone here.
That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. A family of you're 9 out of 10 children.
Yes.
Wow. How long have you been in the States?
Woo, well, I came here when I turned 4 here. So other and right, exactly. It's been years now. I grew up here. This is where I would call home, I guess. So yeah, I've been here for a long time.
Okay, okay. Now, so the topic itself today is be the definition of success. So
Mhm.
when I gave that title, I told your publicist, I said, let her know. I want her to be able to tell me what that means to her. So what does that mean to you? What does that topic mean to you?
It's good that you even added that because to me, success is so broad. Honestly, some people might just define success as just doing what they love to do. Some might define success as saving the world. Personally, for me, again, coming from a background where my family came from a third world country. Well, I came from a third world country. Success really means setting my goals, having a plan to accomplish those goals, actually following through with those plans to accomplish the goals and achieving those goals. And also, while doing that, being able to inspire other people and even giving them, providing opportunities for them as well in that path. So, personally, I've set so many goals for myself. um, and I'm still working on them. But because I'm not stopping, it means that I'm really on my road to success. And I'm feeling it right now spiritually. Again, it's not just something physical, something, it's not money either. So part of where I'm at now with my journey, especially with my spiritual journey also, and aligning that with God. I mean, with that, with my businesses, everything that's up and running, I'm like, I feel successful right now. So I'm accomplishing my goals. I feel successful. So yeah, that's
And
my
you know what? I
success.
commend you. I commend you for the successes and the accomplishments because a lot of people they define what they want to do, but they lack the follow through. And so I commend you and being 9 out of 10. I know your parents are so proud. I
Yeah,
know they are.
Yes, I mean they're very, very proud. Coming from back home, which is Africa, we always see on TV their American dream, and being what I would call the chosen ones that have the opportunity to come up here. It's really we're here to really chase that American dream and getting a piece of it. So just being able to do anything here is a great accomplishment, and they are super duper proud, and I'm so excited and happy to just keep going, making them more proud.
Yes. So, what are you known as? How do people know you?
So recently everyone just keeps calling me Jolloff Bae, but this is coming from, again, as I said earlier, this competition that I've been participating, and it's actually my fourth win. So people are like, well, they might as well name this competition after you, or you're Jollof Bae, just also because of the fact that I'm young, and then choosing a career like being a chef. They're expecting maybe a middle-aged woman, married, and all of that. So I mean, being that I'm young and just having fun with it, also people are just like, oh, you're Jollof Bae. But it's pretty fun. I've heard people call me the caterer, the chef. It's all types of names, but it all has something to do with food. So I'm excited. And then because I also post so many business opportunities, sometimes I get called the woman with many hats, so many things, but nothing specifically yet that sticks.
So, you love cooking. How long have, well, first of all, what's the name of your business with your
And
cooking, your chef?
yes, it is called Mabin's Kitchen. And under Mabin's Kitchen, I have Mabin's Spices because I started my own spices. I also have Mabin's Jollof Bowls, again, going off with this dish that we prepare. So, and now I have the book on Jollof, actually. So there's so many things under Mabin's Kitchen. And now, actually, because I'm opening up something in Jacksonville here, we're calling it Mabin's Catering. So that also covers everything.
Okay. And so, you've been doing Mabin's Kitchen for how many years now?
I would say officially about 7 to 8 years. Seven to
Okay.
8 years. Yeah.
But you've been cooking longer than that.
Of course. I've been cooking since I was a little girl. So coming from a huge family like that, I'm somewhat, I would consider myself a little bit of a picky eater then, because now I eat pretty much everything because I'm like so ready to try stuff. But back then I was such a picky eater, and my mom being African, they have a very classic way of making certain dishes. And of course, being here for so long, sometimes, my taste buds are not calling for it. But she's also a stay-at-home mom, so she cooks dinner every night. And when I'm like, I don't like something, my mom was like, okay, so what? I'm not gonna change one thing for just one person when I have all these people to feed. So, but me and my dad have an amazing relationship. So I would go ask him like that, I need money, I need to make my food, and he'll give me money. So I'll go do my own groceries and cook my own food. Kind of like, since I'm the last girl, it's like she's in her own lane cooking dinner, and then I'm cooking my own. So now, and I feel like having that African background and then growing up in America, my food is really a representation of a fusion of African and American dishes also.
Okay. I love it. You mentioned that you have a book now, too. So, you're an author, you're a chef, girl. So, tell us the title of your book.
My book is called My Book of Jollof. And because I'm doing a lot of series, each country that cooks jollof rice, I actually would go there, learn the authentic recipe, and then do a book on it. So right now, I actually can cook all of the different jollof rices from all the different countries that do cook it. And so I'm starting off with Nigeria since they have a huge population here in the US. So having a book on them, I'm really excited about it. I'm like, it's gonna be so weird for them because they're always so like, you're not Nigerian, so why are you having a book on Nigeria? But that's also part of being successful, mastering your craft, giving that 10,000 plus hours and going above and beyond. I could easily just do a book on what I'm known for, which is Sierra Leone Jollof, but going beyond and above that extra step is really setting that tone of success. So yeah, I'm
You
excited.
a language that I love to hear. You said something earlier. You said you're pretty much you said you're a lifelong student. That's one thing I love because we should always be learning. As long as we're living, we should be learning. And then you said something about mastering your craft. Yes, I'm from here, but I don't want to just be known from here. I want to master all of the country. So I love that. That
Yes,
is really admirable. And
absolutely.
so you've been doing all of this officially, let's say 8 years. And
Mhm.
so you're 30.
Yes.
So you've been doing all this since you were 22.
Hmm. Yep.
Whew, honey.
Yep.
Are, is either of your parents an entrepreneur?
Yes, actually, my mom was a businesswoman, being that we came from a very traditional background where my dad works, does the working, and then my mom does a lot of the domestic um, duties. But she doesn't like just being a mom or being a stay-at-home mom, so she would have different businesses. I grew up watching her make soap or starting some other food business. So yeah, my mom was definitely the businesswoman. But also just growing up here, I have a lot of people that I've been inspired by, and so many opportunities. So for me, I've never actually liked doing a 9 to 5, meaning reporting to someone. So knowing that at an early age, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do business, and it just depends what I wanted to do as far as business go. And also growing up African. They Being a chef is not one of the most renowned careers that you could choose. So it's either, are you going to be a basic chef, who when they'll probably refer to it as a cook, like something very minuscule, or are you going to do something so big like being on TV in the morning TV show. So when I started with just catering, my parents really, they were like, no, because I actually have an IT background. So it was either you're an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer, the common. And so when I got into IT, I mean, I loved it. I did project management actually, which helps me now overall with even business. I did that for a while. It was very exciting. It definitely is a lifelong skill, but I mean, I don't have a passion for it, and it's so crazy. One day I went to church, and the pastor was like, I need everybody to close their eyes. And I was like, oh, okay, this is fun. So I closed my eyes, and he's like, imagine God is coming down and asking you to give account about all the talent that he's given you, all the resources he's given you, just, you know, give an account as in, what have you done with it? Or how can you just impress God if he was to come to you right now? And I was like, oh my God, as I close my eyes, I'm thinking about the meanest meal I can make for God, and just how I'll decorate it and how the spices will be here, and I'll have different meals from different countries. So he then say, open your eyes. And he said, whatever it was that you were thinking about doing to impress God, just know that anything else that you do outside of that, you're just doing it and wasting your time. And you're actually working. He's like, if you actually want to live a happy life, a life where you're being intentional, he's like, whatever it is that you had imagined to do, that's what you need to follow to a T, because that is the raw talent that you have from God. And anything else that you try to pursue, it's going to be a long road. And it's so crazy because I've been asking God. I was on this journey where I'm like, okay, what do I do? Should I pursue food all the way, or should I continue with my secured IT career? And we all know IT is amazing. You know, you can work from everywhere. So there's all of those to think about. And also thinking about starting a business from scratch and not having that full support to go all the way through. So what do you do when you're in the middle and you can't go to that next level? So after having that sermon at church, I was just like, oh my God, this is it. I quit my job. I went all in with the spices, and within 3 months, I started my own spices. We put it out there. Just a month ago, I got featured on Good Morning Washington, where I displayed the food. So, I mean, it's been a long journey. And again, that goes to what success means. It's not a one day thing, it's literally like a lifelong journey. And there are so many ups and downs that you're going to meet on the way. But being able to just keep going every single day, being intentional about it, and keeping God above anything, honestly, to give you that directions, that guidance, and the strength to just continue to keep going has been my strength, honestly. So yeah.
I love that. Where you said, keep God first, be intentional.
Yeah.
You made me think about a guest I had some years ago, and he said he had a coach, and his coach said to him, "Are you doing what you learned to do, or are you doing what you were born to do?" And so you came out of that place of what you learned to do, because I too was in IT, and that was what I learned to do. That wasn't what I was born to do. I was born to encourage people, to empower people. That gift of exhortation is just it's something I just, it awakens something on the inside of me every time I get to do so. Not that I have to do it. Oh, I gotta go to somebody's church.
Right.
No, I get to do this.
Yeah.
And that's what I hear from you as you're speaking about being able to cook and being able to prepare something. It's like, yes, it's like a kid in a candy store.
Seriously, I literally used to go to sleep and I would envision a recipe, and I'll wake up and I'm so excited to do it, and I'll do it, and it'll just look and taste exactly as I envision. And I'm just like, I'll cook a house full of food, and I have my glass of wine sometimes and some music playing. It feels like nothing. But give me a little IT project here, and I'll be hollering about, oh my God, this takes so much time, and this does that. So it's really a part of that also. Being able to be successful means you've identified what works for you. Like you said, what you're born to do rather than what you're just learning to do. Because then you get that, I'm tired. Do I want to do that today? So that cuts off your consistency. And you can't be successful without being consistent. It's not just going to come to you. It's an everyday thing, and being able to do the same thing, repeat, so I'm still learning, meeting people like you, of course, hearing your story about choosing what you were born to do and doing it so effortlessly is just more of I would say a confirmation of keep going and doing whatever it is that makes your heart smile.
Absolutely. And again, congratulations. And you're getting some congratulations over in LinkedIn land. I think that's coming out. I can actually generally see it, but it's going by so fast. But I'm able to see all three platforms because we have people in LinkedIn land, Facebook land, and YouTube land.
Oh, okay.
And again, congratulations on being able to be on Good Morning Washington, you said?
Thank you. Yes, it was
Exciting. That is so exciting.
Yeah.
And so tell us about your spice line.
Spices. So of course, over the years, I've always mixed a blend, have a blend of different spices. And so when I moved actually out here to Florida, they have so many farmers markets. And mind you, I actually went to Africa also about during COVID around that time. Instead of being stuck in America, I was like, let me go down to Africa. So I was going to different countries and just trying different foods, different cultures, different spices. So my mind just got blown. And I'm like, you know what? Also after doing the book, the Jollof book, and going through different countries, I'm realizing, you know what? The only difference, honestly, is just the spices, because they have the same recipe. It's the same thing. And you can follow a recipe to a T and have the same results. However, if you use different spices, that definitely makes the taste different. So I really try to focus my energy. I'm like, before I even put out a book or before I even put out a YouTube channel or any recipe out there, I need to perfect my spices, because that's what's going to make the difference. Me and you can make mac and cheese, but whatever we put in there is going to come out different, right? The spices that we put in there. So I'm more focused on organic spices also. Both of my parents are really old now. And so my mom I think she has to control her high blood pressure. So I used to make food for her and they'll say eliminate salt. So now I have to have a substitute of something else that would help to make the taste better. So I've experimented with so many different spices. And once I came out here, just going to different farmers markets, I actually start getting the herbs itself. I was growing some of them. And then just to experiment for my own, I got this dehydrator and I just started dehydrating stuff and blending different herbs and spices and creating what I've been using throughout, but actually now put it for my, viewers or my customers and actually telling them, hey, you don't have to get this and this and this anymore. I have it all now in a bottle for you. So I was so excited to actually just get that done.
Absolutely. So one of the questions that has come up over here is how do we get the spices?
All right. So if you go to I'm not sure how, well, www.mabins, that's Mabins spices.com. You would definitely be able to see my website. Also, it's on my social media handles. If you go to my Instagram, I have Mabin's Kitchen on there, Mabin Spices. You'll be able to find all of those on there.
Okay. And you have Mabin's Kitchen and Mabin's Spices on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Prophetess Nicole says, I tell people all the time the spices make the difference.
They
Absolutely.
definitely do. Yes.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth because I could cook one thing, you could cook another thing, like you gave that example. And you're
Mm-hmm.
like, but you didn't cook the same thing.
No, we did. Just different spices.
Right, absolutely. So tell us about how can they get the book? I mean, if they want to find out about how to make the jollof.
To make jollof rice, right? I'm so excited. Well, we have the book on the website. Actually, it'll be on there at the top. The tab, once you open the tab, it'll give you options of jollof bowls or the spices and the book as well. And I actually just yesterday I created my YouTube channel, so I'm excited to start that. Yay! Very soon, where of course, I'll be putting up a lot of recipes, including how to make jollof rice. Everybody should learn how to make jollof rice. Listen to me. If you haven't tried it, look it up. I mean, it's everywhere now with YouTube, TikTok. It's so much information out there, but it's pretty much it's like fried rice. So you know how we consider Chinese fried rice with China and like paella with like Spain. So jollof rice is like that West African dish that it's like a must have. And every country that cooks it in West Africa believes that they make the best version of it. So much so it's an ongoing war. So much so that here in DC they have the Jollof competition, which the guy actually goes to different states in the US and holds this competition with different countries competing on who makes the best jollof rice. I mean, it's a whole event. It's major, okay. But I'm so excited. I won it first time. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm over it now.
Congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
So tell us, what would be your final words for someone who has been, let me give you a kind of background first, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when I got ready to launch the show, God showed me people sitting on their hands. And he showed me this in a vision. He said, I've given them all these tools, these talents, these gifts and abilities. So now, Carol now sees people sitting on their hands. What would you say to those people? Because you're no longer sitting on your hands and you've gotten this book written, you have these spices, you have other books you're working on. What would you speak to these people to awaken that which is sleeping?
So I would say, number one, I mean, again, what everybody considers to be successful can vary. But if you have any desires in life, anything that makes you happy, I would say have your plan, get up, literally have it written down wherever you can see it every single day. Well, actually, first and foremost, take it to God. That's the first thing first. Take it to God, have your plan. do everything that's on their plan on a consistent basis, be intentional about it, and just get up. For me personally, what gets me it's so inspired to be up every day and go after my dream is knowing that, I mean, I come from a third world country, and other than myself, there are so many people that are looking up to me and just even aspiring to be like me and seeing what I'm in America for. And when I went down to Africa last 2 years ago, when I went there and I was able to do a mentorship program with about 8 girls who have been abused, or came from broken homes, who pretty much are in desperate need of a sister, as I call it. Being able to spend my time with them, being that mentor, that big sister, helping them to build somewhat what I would say hope, for their future. It was very inspiring for me. And when I came back, I'm like, oh my God, I got to do more, because the 8 that I did, there's 1,000 more waiting. So I'm like, I came back to the US with a plan, and I'm like, I got to execute. I'm in the land of opportunities. I need to do this, this, and this. And that inspired me. And just being able to go back there and helping and giving back, to me, I mean, it was like, it was a dream come true, honestly. So having something that really inspires you, having something that makes you say, you know what, if anything, if I'm gonna die doing anything, it has to be this. You have to leave your mark in the world and be impactful. When you have that, I think it becomes easier to actually just go after it. So definitely have a dream. That's the first step I'll say to get you up your feet.
I love the fact that you said something that you can be impactful, because so many times people chase money, but when you have money, then what? But you
Exactly.
said be an impact. And one thing I also love is the fact that you said there were 8 girls whose lives you were able to be an impact upon, but there are so many more that you want to help. And so, because of your heart, and because it's not about money, it's not about the notoriety, it's all about you fulfilling the purpose and the passion that's on the inside of you. You're going to get it all done. You're going to get it done. You
Yes, through God, of course. Thank you. Thank you.
So you just keep moving in that same vein, and you continue to allow your light to be that which is it is, and be that mentor for even the adult that's watching you, that's saying, wow, you know what? I can get up and go again. I can start over, you
Absolutely.
know? So, yes, ma'am. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And I want you to tell them again how they can follow you and your website.
Awesome. So you can go on my website, which is www.mabinspices, which is Mabins spices.com. And on there, you'll be able to see all my spices. The Jollof book is also on there. Also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel now, which is Mabin's kitchen. No, sorry, Mabin's catering TV, I believe. I just signed it up yesterday, so I'm like I was going back and forth on the name, but I'll be able to put it up soon. Also on my social media angles, you can follow me on Instagram at Jolloff Bae. That's JOLLOF Bae 21. I'll be on Instagram, and then my business pages will all be on there.
All right. JOLLOFBAE 21.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you again, Carol. We look forward to hearing some more great things from you as you continue to pursue what God has called you to.
Thank you so much for having me, and good luck with everything. Also, I can't wait to see what you have now. I'm about to follow you on here, and I'll share the page as well.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have a blessed one now.
Thank you. You as well.
Yes, ma'am. So, guys, if you all are missing if you miss any of this interview, you got to go back and capture that replay. But guess what? I want you to go back and capture it over on our YouTube channel, because we are building that YouTube channel, and you'll find that on Aaliyah the Purpose Midwife. So I want y'all to do me a favor. I want you to go over to YouTube, Aaliyah the Purpose Midwife, and I want you to hit like, subscribe, and I want you to comment on what did Carol say that hit your heart. What did Carol say that really, really stood out to you? Because what stood out to you is speaking life into someone else as well, right? So I'm excited about what she's doing. And look, y'all, she's doing all of this. She's been doing it for about 8 years. And y'all, she's only 30 years old. So whether you're 30, whether you're 40, whether you're 60, guess what? One of the things that God said to me, and He has this as one of my taglines, is as long as there is breath in my body, there is purpose to fulfill. I'm going to say that again for someone who didn't hear it. As long as there is breath in your body, there is purpose to fulfill. So I want you to remember that, and I want y'all to meet me right back here next week, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am Aaliyah, the Purpose Midwife, here to inspire you and to push you into your purpose. Love you guys, and I'll see y'all right back here next week. Have a blessed and prosperous, productive, powerful, and favorite week. Love y'all.